Hey, what is up? This is the 2024 Nasdaq prediction video. So starting off, you can see going back until 2022, we're looking at the daily chart right here. Nasdaq has been in a very nice trending pattern up. You can see from the trend lines I've drawn, which again, trend lines are very subjective, so they can change. But so far, this one, the one I've drawn, has looked very solid. You can see from down here it's bounced off a couple times, but then from the top really it's had almost three really good touches off of it. So that's why it leads me to believe that this is a trend channel that can be relied upon. So if we look at it from where it currently is, we can see price is close to the very top of the trend channel and actually had been up there just, at the end of 2023 for it. So my overall prediction for it is that at least in the first half of the year for the Nasdaq market, we can potentially see a retracement back down to the lower side of the trend channel. But then for the second half of 2024, going into the end of it, look for a move to pop back up within the trend channel, assuming that this isn't creating like a consolidation box over here for it. But I'll go into it here in... That's not the one I wanted, in just 1 second. So starting off, I want to start off back over here because this will kind of show where it has been and how some targets have been hit, which is another reason why I believe that the market is going to pull back some. So starting off right here, I marked it. Here what we have is a triangle trade setup, and all we have is 0.1, 0.2, lower high 3, higher low 4. So when that happens, we put on the inside pitchfork on it. And when price broke above it, which would be right here, that was the signal to go long for this trade right here. And the purple line is the target we have up here for it. And as you can see, price went up there and just hit it pretty recently, back in December 13th, so mid-December, about a month ago, when it went up there and hit that one for that trade to be said and done for that triangle trade. So there's one trade that's done. Second one we have right here is we have we have a couple ABDC trades. So here's the first one. There's A, B, C, D. So when we get that, we put on the shift pitchfork and we start looking for closes above these lines. So when we had a close, when it hit the 1.146, going from point A to point B, which is the orange line, that's a signal to go in. It had closed above the white bar, so the target's a blue line, went up, hit that, and the same bar it closed above. Then when the price went up and closed above the blue line, that lets us know that we are looking for the next potential target to be way up here. See this white line right here? Way up here, this white line. And look what happened last December 22nd. Price did go up there and hit this white line right up here. So that's a second long setup that has been complete now. So we'll go ahead and take that off of the drawings. Now here we have a third one which has just formed right here, going all the way back here to right there. So there's point A, point B, point C, and here's point D right here. As you can see, it just hit the 1.146 to signal that we are entered into a ABCD trade. So we'll go ahead and put the shift pitchfork and see what the targets are going to be. And so right now, currently, you can see it's closed above the white line. So the next target we have up here is the blue line right up here. Now, it's not guaranteed price will go up here and hit the blue target, but it is a possibility that it could go up there and get hit. If price, we do get that retracement first, which again, I am expecting for it, the target would be looking for support, be way back down here at 13,273.75. But we need to see first how this is going to play out. If it is going to get that little pop up, hit the blue line up here, and then come down and take the take that target out without closing above it. But again, we just have to wait and see what's going on. So we do have one long setup that is live for Nasdaq, so there is a little potential for it to move higher. But then we have, this is the one I'm really looking at right here, we do have a short setup using the ABC trade. See the A, B, C, D right there. We'll go ahead and put the shift pitchfork on right here. Now, let's get this one out of the way. So, when price went closed below the white line right here, plus when it hit the 1.146, which is right there, signal to go long, came down, didn't quite hit the blue line as you can see right here, so did not close out that trade right there, and continued to go up right here. Now, when it hits the 50%, and I'll mark it with this box right here, when it hits the 50% right there, the target moves down to the entry bar, which was this one right there. But price kept on going up. So then when it keeps going up and hits the 1.146 the other way, then we move the target to the 23.6 right here. So as you can see, price has gone up, slightly overshot kind of the extension high area the other way, but came back down into it, and now looks like it is trying to work its way back down into it right there. So the current target we have for Nasdaq based upon this trade is 14,958.50. So that is another reason why I am looking for the Nasdaq market to move down here in the first half of this this year. Of course, we still have that potential long up there as well, but I think the factors which play into this, which being more on the upper side of the trend channel right here, plus we have an overextended short trade that we're looking for a pullback to. I think the probabilities are lining up that at least for the first half of the year, you know, going down into there's February, March, even down, you know, down into April or something like that, the first quarter, a little bit after that, I am looking for a pullback down here to the bottom, closer to the bottom side of the trend channel. And then if this trend is going to continue, then we would look for a move, start rotating back up, going back to the northern end of the trend channel right there. So those are the main things I'm looking for it. Plus also this would take us back closer to the 23.6 level, which is can be a good support area for it, and one of the ones I look for when we do have one of those trades right there. If we go look at the MFI down here, this helps us to recognize, to see if the market is potentially either oversold or oversold or overbought. So when it's above the black line right here, that tells us that the market is overbought. When it's below the black line, it tells us the market is oversold. Now, it does not tell us that the market is going to move right when it gets into overbought or oversold territory. It just tells us to be on the lookout for the potential move for it. I wish it told us that it was going to happen exactly when it went into it, but that doesn't happen all the time. So as we see here on the daily chart, the price has been in overbought territory and continues to go up, and then went into overbought territory again right here. So we'll see, one thing it's doing creating is a potential there to right there. You see there's divergence where we're making higher highs on the chart, but on the MFI we're making lower lows. So we have a divergence in the MFI, which leads to potential weakness. This could be happening in the Nasdaq market here on the daily chart. We could look at the weekly real quick as well. If we do look at the weekly, we can see as well the market has been overbought starting right about here, and again continue through it. Had a little bit of a sell-off right there, but again it's making a divergence to it where price is making higher highs while the MFI continues to move down and is making lower lows. So between the daily and the weekly chart showing divergence in the MFI, plus the short setup that we have for the second reason, and the third reason being with the price being on the upper end of the trend channel right here, those are the reasons why I'm looking for a pullback to Nasdaq, you know, at least somewhere down into say the very low 15,000s, the high 14,000s, potentially all the way back down into the lower 14,000s for it, but at least to about 14,958. So we'll just say 15,000 and have a nice round number. And then from there, we'll see what's going to happen. Is price going to continue to move a little bit lower down to the potential lower end of this bottom trend channel? And this may not be the perfect end of the trend channel right here. I mean, it may be down here. It may be even up here a little bit for it. So just not sure. What I try to do is get as many decent touches as we can for it. See right there, I have 1, 2, a little bit over 3, but that's fine right there. So that's why I put it to be right there. So again, those are the main reasons we are in a short setup that has overshot the market way up here. We are at the top of this trend channel right here. Plus the MFI is showing divergence in it being overbought, where it continues to go down, the money flow index, but the price continues to go up. So those are the three main reasons why I am looking for a pullback, at least in the first half of the Nasdaq, down into the 15,000-ish area from where it currently is, which would be close to about 2,000 point drop down, down around right here. And then from there, we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen if the bottom of the trend channel holds once these shorts get set up right here. Plus, this would also put us in the other potential long setup right here. If that one hasn't gone up and gotten hit yet for it as well. So anyways, that is my prediction for 2024. Just one more time to beat a dead horse, looking for a pullback down here to the low 15,000s, high 14,000-ish, and then from there the potential for price to start to grind back up to the upper end of the channel here in the Nasdaq market for 2024. Thanks, bye.